Welcome, everybody. Today we are doing something a little different today on today's show. I am here with Ice Yamamoto.
Hello.
Oh, good. It did pick it up this time. I was afraid it was going to go silent to get on us. Good Lord, it does that way too many times. I don't like. Good. Double check, make sure we're hearing you. Go ahead and say a few words. Make sure we're hearing you.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Hope everybody's well. How about yourself, Soul? Hope everybody's well. How about yourself, Soul?
I'm doing quite well. I'm just trying to double check, make sure I can hear on YouTube and Discord, which I can never actually figure out half the time.
Yeah, sometimes if I'm not sure on YouTube, is I'll take my phone and put my earpiece in and actually go to my stream.
No, I forgot I have my my videos going through my speakers. And my headset's really good at muffling sound, so I had to hear when I had the speakers turned down.
Gotcha.
Which is good and bad things. You gotta take the good and the bad with everything. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But today, we are going to go over... I wanted to show Ice these videos for a while now, so I figured that'd be a good time, because we got about a little less than a month to this game releases. It comes out September 5th. And I played the original, Daemon X Machina, and it was just basically kind of more of an anime-style Armored Core. A lot of fun, a lot of shooting, things blowing up, all sorts of fun. And they're taking it in kind of the same direction, but they're changing a lot. And I think for what they're changing, it's going to be great. So let us... there we go. So this first video is the enemy, the Nuon. No, I can never say it right.
Okay.
They say it really weirdly in the video too. So once you hear, you'll figure out why. Let me know if you can't hear anything. Everything should be set up right, but knowing my show, something's going to go wrong.
That happened. I'm surprised M's not here with us for this one.
He is sleeping for work, so he's kind of busy with that at the moment. So he's sleeping, getting ready because he works at night. So he's kind of sleeping for this one, and he's got with the way the weather's been and everything like that. He's just not been getting some great sleep. So it's like I do intend to show him the videos, but it's kind of like I'm trying to find the good stuff to show him so he'll be more interested. But
I get that.
The Noin. You're the only one who can go toe-to-toe with the Noin. The Noin are a collective.
Alright, why is that not...
Does that surprise you? We have achieved strength through pain. That is all.
Alright, hold on 1 second, because like I said, bound something to go wrong, and I can't hear anything on my end.
Oh boy, I can hear it like barely on my end, but...
Yeah, that's what I was figuring was going to happen. This is my first time doing this through the there, so I'm still trying to figure out a few things. So it's also a nice experiment.
Oh, I get that, man.
Forgot to turn the monitor and output. That would be the setting I forgot. That would be a reason. Can't hear what I'm not monitoring.
That is true.
Okay, and I have no idea why it's quiet on your end.
Oh, that I can just let me see. That should be. Yeah, I can just boost it on my end.
Okay, that makes it a little bit easier on mine because I have no idea. Let me see how loud it is on my. Let me see that.
Annoying.
Fixed it.
Yep, that did it. And I'm just gonna buff it just a little bit on Discord. At settings, volume boost. Let's get you to a nice 120, just in case. And if there's anything you want to pause on, just say pause. We'll be more than happy to pause and go over it, but let's start that again. There we go.
The Noin.
The Noin.
Only one who can go toe-to-toe with the Noin. The Noin are a collective of scarred individuals. Does that surprise you? We have achieved strength through pain. That is all.
The Noin. The demons of heaven. And the Axiom's strongest unit.
We are always fully prepared for it.
So right away, I'm already getting a feeling of like Metal Gear Revengeance, just from their design.
Almost.
Like, look at this
out
guy.
there
Tell me
designs.
this doesn't feel like something out of Mitigate Revengeance.
It does. It reminds me of something out of that, or one of the very futuristic cyber utopian animes that are out there.
Yeah, and like I said, they lean into the anime style with it, and that's something I appreciate. They're not trying to hide it, but they're trying to make it workable in a sense.
Yeah.
And there's three types of there's the humans, the outers, and the immortals are kind of like the three things going on here. The humans are kind of like the normal people. The immortals are kind of like modified humans. And the outers are kind of like the mutated creatures. Just give you a heads up.
The outcome.
Okay.
That is the way of the Nine.
Sing, my lovelies. Scream out with a song of bloodlust.
Aw, that's no way to talk to a friend.
Well, the show must go on, shall we?
You will always be Noin, even to your last breath. Now prove yourself, child.
Not only them, but with the skills.
Little sniper rifles, okay.
There is nothing my blade cannot cut.
Humans. Such base creatures.
I fight for myself, and no one else.
That's right. If I can beat you, crush you, I'll have proved my worth.
Conflict bears naught but grief. All who live are worthy of life.
The world of humans has one guiding rule. One must fight to survive. All I want is to destroy this divided world, then share its remains equally among those strong enough to survive.
So yeah, that's our enemy. That's the ones we're going to be fighting against. Which, kind of a cobblestone collection of creatures you expect to be fighting. This
All
is our
crazy in their
leader.
own way. Sounds right.
Yeah. It's like, it looks like a match. Actually, I should say it looks like a matchup of Revengeance and, oh god, what's that other futuristic show with cybernetics? Not show, but game. Oh god.
You mean Cyberpunk?
No, it's not. It's kind of cyberpunk-like, but oh god,
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex. Yes, that was it. Thank you. It feels like a mishmash of those three. Actually, I should say, but more towards the other two.
These guys do.
What was it?
I said these guys definitely fit the bill.
Oh yeah, and the funny thing is like this was just the first taste of what this is going to be like. This is just showing off the good guys and the bad guys.
Hey, ever consider
Yeah.
joining the Reclaimers?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, or so they say. Our objectives may differ, but we share a common foe. So once again, I welcome you to the Reclaimers.
Join my gym and become a fighter. You get gear and I make money. It's a win-win. What do you...
See, this is the part you'll like, Em. You can actually fight in a coliseum to get money and parts. Because your entire thing is that you're working as a mercenary. You're getting paid to work for these people.
Well, yeah. that makes sense.
you think?
I'm Toby, son of Forge, the greatest mechanic ever.
I
That's
love
an 8 armored core unit.
Yeah, we'll get more to that in a moment. But the thing is, like, Toby, I love because he has a potty mouth from his father Forge that created him. And he's trying to correct Toby while swearing at the same time. It's fucking hilarious.
The greatest mechanic ever.
For reference, I'm the acting commander of the Reclaimers Old Fort branch.
I'll never trust an outer, especially not you.
I mean, as long as you're paying me, I don't care if you trust me or not.
Only the power of an outer and his arsenal.
Oh, stop trying to leave me out of everything. Come on, you know.
See,
how
this,
strong
I agree with
am.
a lot of people that are saying this is what Anthem should have been.
The axiom is,
This is what Anthem should have been.
save our world from these tyrants and reclaim our shining future.
Like, Anthem could have worked as a game.
Yeah, it could have. I'll just say right now, Anthem in itself was a fun game. Hop in our Iron Man armor, fly around, and shoot shit.
Yeah. Like, Anthem itself, the baseline of Anthem was really fun.
The problem,
Even I have to admit that.
yeah, the problem comes when they tried, was the story felt pretty flat, and it did have pay to win, but you bought the cosmetics and shit like that, and there was in-game currency, and you could buy extra in-game currency, so it did have that, but there's no pay to win. But it felt like the story fell flat, and then that was it. Like it didn't have that sense of exploration that after a while.
Well, one of the issues too was the game was put out of order. Like there were some missions, like there's a mission where you meet this woman. Well, you talk to her first, and then the very next mission, you go to meet her, but the game is like, oh, you just met her for the first time, and she's like, hey, I don't trust you. It's like, wait, I just did a mission for you not even 5 minutes ago. But now all of a sudden, this is our first meet. Like, shouldn't the first meet been before me doing the mission for you?
All right, so here's our 20-minute gameplay. I was talking about that. So we'll dive into this
Titanic.
one.
Yeah, the game is called Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion. Which is
Scions of the Seventh Dawn from Final Fantasy still chase me.
Just to be clear, there is a Daemon X Machina game out. Like I said, that is the game that's more like Armored Core. Pick missions, go do the missions, upgrade and build and customize your mech. But this one, you actually customize your pilot, and you can make your own emblem for your mechs in this one.
So almost like they really bit off the Armored Core aspect where you can create your emblems and such.
Yeah.
Like you had preset emblems you could use, but you could also create your own.
Now, we're going to show off some gameplay, then we'll show off a couple of the other videos that are showing off some of the more aspects of the game, like gene fusion, the mechs, the weapons. But this one kind of shows off everything I think really is why this game is going to be really, really hype. They released for this in China, so I have no idea what any of this is saying. These like your missions, like main mission, side missions, map. But anything else, I have no idea what it's saying.
Hey, I can understand disabled. That's high. That's emotes.
Yep. 好，今年的 China Joy 恰逢台风来袭，在这个闷热潮湿的天气，
Okay, so we're definitely in a hub here.
来到现场，我们真的非常感谢大家。
This is the main hub area for I think for the group, and you can have your companions join you in here.
我们先吃一口冰淇淋来降温。
Kind of like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Ice cream 我可以吗？对吧？
And ice cream gives you your little power ups like food or dongos did in Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I will say this. This game, someone said that. I'm glad you brought it up. This game was like Armored Core meets Monster Hunter in a way. And it puts the two together in a very fun way. But yeah, like the way you just put your ice cream together gives you certain buffs and bonuses.
You get a stamp card, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty basic. There's nothing here really confusing. Like it doesn't feel like they're.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be. It probably gives you something like free, like something free, or maybe a sticker.
A free ice cream, basically. If it's anything like the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, they're not breaking the mold in any way, but they realize they don't have to have a fun game. And
let's say, remember, I haven't played the first one. I've only seen people play parts of it. So
well, let's pretend this is the game.
All fresh.
Well, let's pretend for a second this is a game on its own, just for a moment. This isn't a sequel. Because this one, I think that's where some people are going to come from. This is a game that isn't trying to break the mold. This is a game that's trying to have fun, and there's something to be said for that. Because I always say, and this is what we always said in Triggering Chaos. You can't be afraid to take risks. You're going to have to try something new eventually to try and be more entertaining, push the mold, something or other, something to those lines. But here, they took what they have, know what they're working with, and they're putting out a fun game. Even if the story turns out to be static or not boring or anything like that, I think the actual gameplay and being able to team up with people and... Because they've said you can do the entire story and everything like that in co-op. They're not going to kick out your friends if you complete a mission. Which, thank God, I really hate that. They also say there's like secret maps.
off looking at you.
Yeah, there's also like secret maps you can share among your friends and everything else. And if you go down, your mech stays there for someone else to find, but you don't lose anything. They just pick up like a copy of your sword, but you still keep your sword. So even if you die, you can still help someone out. So there's that aspect which I'm fine with.
Almost like what's that game? I actually want to get the second one. I have the first one. Where you can sit there and help people by, if you don't kill people, it doesn't screw over their world.
Well, there's a few of them.
Death Stranding.
You put down the bridges and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that, except for, I failed in my mission in this point, but someone else gets a piece of my armor or something.
Yeah,
so you're helping out.
I like it that way.
Behind this.
Yeah, and so I can help someone else, but not lose anything I own, and I'm okay with that. There's no way I'm going to be arguing against that. But you can also ride horses, which they said like have existed in sci-fi, fantasy novels and creations that they've existed. There's vehicles. Like, there's a lot they're doing from just building up their own sci-fi world that they're taking inspiration from previous works. And that's how you build something like that in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so first change, that is a suit. That's not an actual mecha. That's kind of like Samus's power suit, is what you're piloting right now.
Okay.
So that's the first major change they did to that. And they were kind of saying, okay, we have the giant mech, let's do something different. Let's have it be a suit, but it has almost the exact same amount of power in certain instances. So you're pretty much in a high-powered suit, which is, okay, we're going to be small and speedier. I'm okay with that. Small and speedy is how I usually build my mechs.
Looks like most people do. Ooh, so there's your map. Look at the size of that map.
And I don't know if that's the whole map. I don't think it is. But that's part of the map.
That's a section.
Yeah.
Must have been a lot of time out in the field.
Like, the way they present the map reminds me of early Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And there's just companions. I think those are NPCs. I think. I could be wrong on that one.
Kind of giving you that feel that you're never alone.
Alright, so real quick, just because, as I said, he's never played this one. Femto was kind of like in the first game, the moon kind of got destroyed and released a particle known as femto, which augmented certain portions of humanity, turning them into outers. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry about that. My parents are going away for the weekend or for the part of the week, so I get the house myself. Whee!
Nice.
But so femto is kind of like this. Basically, it's kind of like a new power source, essentially. So you can think about that. It's kind of like it powers your thrusters, certain weapons. So think of it as like a regenerating power source, in a sense. Yeah. And if you're in a certain field, it regenerates faster, is all that really is. Stamina, there's no real need for explanation for there. You have technically two health bars. You have your vitality points, which is basically your armor, and then hit points is how many hits you can take once your VP is done. So once he loses all his VP, he can take 3 hits, and then he's down for good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's also got 5 repair cans. You look down here where it says hit down arrow. That's basically your flask and whatnot. You can pick up the healing charges.
Yeah.
You also have your shoulder cannon weapons and your melee, L2 and R2 for left and right weapons. You can also pick up auxiliary weapons, which are like grenades or like a healing zone and certain other abilities. We'll get more into that later, but that's your basics.
See,
on the upper left, it tells you other things too that you can do.
Yeah,
different combinations.
I'm not sure which left and right. I think switches out. Like if you have extra melee weapons, you hit left and hit the attack button to switch to the weapon. Like if he had like a machine gun and a sword to his right weapon pylon right here, he can switch between the gun and the shield. I think he has there. So it's just basically switch. And I forget what the other ones were, but like I said, I can't read Chinese, so.
那接下来呢，我会开始移动，在移动呢应该担心吗？
所以它是一个全新的场景啊。
那平时大家在玩这类游戏的时候，是喜欢如何移动呢？是喜欢在地面上尽情的奔跑呢，还是喜欢在空中驰骋？
But this is actually, him flying actually took a femto. You see, it's already starting to recharge.
不同的形态。
Yeah. Oh, so we got combat rolls, which is hilarious in a giant, well, in a suit of armor.
是游戏的一个叫粒子冰装的一个辅助装备。那这个呢是其中的一种，它可以提升我们整体的移动速度和加强机甲的机动能力。那大家在实际游玩的时候，也可以亲自体验一下这个快感。
Just like Anthem with the flight mechanics.
But I love the atmosphere aura from the thrusters and everything like that they added in to kind of show it off. I think it's presented better, in my opinion. Like Anthem was a ground-based great game, in my opinion. This is taking the steps that I like about it.
Yeah.
Now this is the part I wanted to have you show coming up. Let me check something real quick because I'm not sure. Okay, it is 1080. For some reason, it might have just been me. Okay, so there's two types of weapons. There's laser weapons, which deal more damage to like hard armor, like mechanical enemies and enemies with like shielding. And anything organic takes more damage from actual ammo, like bullets and everything like that. So you can scan
ballistic ammo.
Yeah, so you scan the enemy and find out which one would be more effective.
Oh, so I know exactly where they got that from. They got that. That's actually a mechanic in The Witcher. If you pay attention, your silver weapon is better for monsters, while your steel weapon is better for humans, or human-based enemies. So I know this is very similar.
Like I said, they're not breaking the mold; they're just doing it different ways.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's what I'm saying. Like I like that because it actually makes it so you have to use different equipment for different scenarios.
系统有多种武器可以搭配。那像现在遇见敌人的时候呢，其实我们既可以选择保持距离，使用远距离的武器进行压制，那也可以抓准时机。
Wait, you can hold them. Interesting.
Hold on a second. Back up. I understand this mechanic. I was actually watching a Let's Player do this in English because they got kind of like a recopy, but they have enemies have a stagger bar, and if you get that stagger bar up, you'll see the option come up right there. Grab.
Yeah, grab. Yeah.
Because now you can grab them. If with some enemies, you either break off parts of their armor or break off parts of the armor and use it as a weapon.
距离使用远距离的武器进行压制，那也可以抓准时机，一个冲刺冲到敌人的面前，用近战武器与敌人进行。
And now he's down, you can actually loot that once the area is safe. You can loot and get. I think they're going to do it in a moment.
Yeah, he's got you got monsters to fight too, so you fight monsters and enemy mechanized units.
Yep.
Okay. And you can get access monster parts. Okay.
You can get this is where the parts of the fusion or plans come in. You see that bottom one right there where it has like the blue and yellow right here?
Yeah.
That's a fusion gene. And the more you activate, the more your body mutates. We'll see that later.
Okay.
So I think this is an accessory for like your parts of your armor. And then we got like a arm piece and a weapon. I don't know if this can be actually the actual weapon. I'm not 100% sure how that works just yet. But pretty much anything you can kill, you can get random loot from.
好，那我们敌人已经打倒了，接下来我们来确认一下敌人的残骸。那其实击倒敌人以后呢，我们是可以从敌人的身上搜刮装备，获得各种补给品。所以通过这样的野外探索呢，不但获得新的装备和开发。
Okay, because these are filled in, you actually see the weapon. I think the previous screen had like plans. You can learn you can get enough to actually build the weapon, and these are the actual weapons themselves. Is how I think that works.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend so much time out in the field doing this.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't see that last time. That was a flamethrower.
Okay, a flamethrower.
Yeah, if you pick up something new, it'll give you a short explanation of it and the basics of it. But I didn't know we had a flamethrower. Shit, I missed that one last time I watched this video.
Well, when you're watching it by yourself, you'll tend to miss things when you're actually watching it with someone else. They'll catch it.
Yeah. Well, I think I might be caught off guard by the next bit that I think you'll really like. So this is a portable station you and your friends can use.
Yeah, teleportation. Ooh, resupply a supply base. Okay.
Yep.
Change your mech. Okay.
Yeah, you get the customary heavy, light, and medium.
Yeah, until you start customizing your own completely.
Yep. We got bikes.
Which that's going to be the best mode of transportation until
wait, it gets better. It gets better. Wait.
Autobots, roll out.
You say that, and then it will do. Just a minute. That.
Yeah, definitely a transformer here. Ooh, ion cannons, nice.
But think about that. In another game, you have to get off the bike, then fight, then get back on the bike.
Yeah.
This game went, no, let's have the bike get on you and turn it to a weapon. Like,
I mean, they're getting rid of the need to have to constantly get off of it to do combat. What was that game? Because this is a game I'm playing right now, and you get a hover bike, and every time you come to enemies, you have to jump off of it. First Descendant, that's what it is. First Descendant. Same with Destiny. You get on your hover bike, but you gotta jump off of it to actually fight. Even though it's like, why can't I just like raise one hand to hold the weapon and fire? But all right, I'm not gonna be too picky, but I like this better.
Yeah, this I can understand. You can do that with the horse. You can actually wield your weapons while riding the horse. You might be able to do this. I think this is an option you can do with the bike the way it is. But still, this is fucking cool.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
And you just hop right back on the bike. And you're still allowed to fly with it.
Yeah.
Because in some of the games, you would have to get off the bike to fly. Nope, take the bike with you.
Yeah, only thing is though, is this actually starts taking from your stamina gauge and not the Fendo stage.
Well, I think it's only taking for your Fendo when you dash like that. I think general hovering and low speed, it doesn't take Femto.
Yeah. Ooh, looks like a boss.
And there it is scanning it. So you gotta understand what points to aim for, because as so these are weak points you can aim for and break.
Yeah.
But I think the glowing red pusses are kind of an obvious sign. That's one heavily mutated starfish, in my opinion.
Patrick Star said he ain't taking it no more. Alright, boss health bar at the bottom of the screen, where it should be. Good dodge.
Yeah, it looks like the puzzles are glowing different colors as they're taking damage, another good indicator.
现在武器其实有 level up 的一个提示，那这个提示呢，就是长时间使用武器以后。
And this is, as far as I know, this isn't part of any mission. This is just them out exploring.
多次的攻击之后呢，其实我们现在看到 BOSS 的血条正在闪着红色的金色的光芒。那其实这个就证明 BOSS 快要进入一个昏厥的状态。那这个时候呢，像靠近 BOSS，我们就使用这个抓取的攻击。
Did you see that a minute ago?
位置不同呢，其实可以
Oh yeah, the combo.
的部位造成伤害。
No, actually, if you look again,
然后再
let me back up a little bit farther. You watch.
那像现在这样，就是一个保持距离，然后使用手中的这个冲锋枪进行伤害。然后我们可以看到，现在武器其实有 level up 的一个提示，那这个提示呢，就是长时间使用武器以后会有一个熟练度。然后在连续多次的攻击之后呢，其实我们现在看到 BOSS 的血条正在闪着红色的金色的光芒。那其实这个就证明
Right there, I think he's holding it open. Yeah, he's attacking. The other guy grappled on and holding it open.
Yeah.
BOSS 快要进入一个昏厥的状态。那这个时候呢，像靠近 BOSS， 我们就使用这个抓取的攻击。根据你抓取的位置不同呢，其实可以对它特定的部位造成伤害。大丈夫。落ち着けましょう。大丈夫、大丈夫。
Use the repair.
Yep, always a good smart move. Easier to lose it.
他现在其实是多次使用盾反失败了，他实在太紧张了。
没关系，会有很多尝试的机会，告诉大家就是怎么样的方式才能够更好的打败 BOSS。
像刚刚 BOSS 从天上降下来的这个时候呢，其实是要使用手上的这个武器。
Man, Starfish just loves crushing things.
成功了。那在多次进行盾反成功以后呢，其实敌人就会进入一个硬直的状态，然后在硬直状态就可以进行大面积的攻击。他再次
once again grabbed on and I think oh yeah, it broke something off.
Broke it off. Yep.
而且我看龙先生他是会有
There it is on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smack you with it.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna smack you with your own body.
Always a fun time.
用为武器来攻击这个 BOSS。那像现在呢，其实就使出了如同咆哮一般的这个强力的攻击。
Like that did some serious poppies. Did you see that?
全部的击碎了
，BOSS
的弱点也全部都露出来了。那这个时候就可以使用近战武器，一口气打入伤害。
Yeah, lance in the shield. Not a bad combo.
Yeah. Heavy weapon now.
然后呢，像现在他闭上的状态呢，其实就是一个伤害没有办法进行的状态。
他会保护自己。
对对，他会保护自己，
有点那种免伤的一个状态，所以要等他。
像现在也是盾牌parry成功了，所以他就没有受到伤害。
Oh wow, the boss is only like halfway dead. They're doing they're.
是的，是的。
Oh yeah, I think there's look at the damage. It's like 1 to 30. The highest damage I've seen was like 230.
所以他这个时间很重要，对对对。
Again, I don't think they're really nailing the weak spots as much as they could be.
左边呢有灰烬和红神两位队友，这个是我们在推进主线的时候一起跟我们来的 NPC。但是实际上大家在游玩的时候呢，就可以召唤两个小伙伴一起协力打这个
Hey, any dodge you can walk away from.
也是在这种 BOSS 战中也是可以实现的。
因为我看它的这个红色部分又长出来了。
对对对，它是过一段时间以后就会再生，所以我们要抓紧这个时机进行攻击。
所以要把它的这个防护要赶在尽快打掉之后，然后再选择激活。
Sometimes you gotta eat it to survive it.
它就会采取这个保护的措施。
对对对，非常狡猾。
在它有红色的时候，它不太会把自己完完全全包裹起来。
对。
Nice.
There you go. Get in there and break that shit.
现在其实你看，它有一个红色的，它的分身出现了。
I think he activated some sort of overdrive system because he's glowing red.
其实可以召唤一个和自己一样装备的一个影子分身。
Oh, his Fentos go down, so I think he activated like an overdrive system.
'Cause like one of his allies is about to go down too.
是的，是的。然后我们要随时注意，就是自己的血量是否在一个健康的状态。
That was a good hit, 139.
时常在 这个血到一定的程度以后，他就会使用这个 HP 回复的这个道具让自己回复。那同时，其实除了 HP 回复以外呢，也有一些直接加强自己的攻击力或者加强自己防御力的这种道具。所以大家在实际的运用中，
when it hit the imagine hit the weak point, the damage is incredibly much higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that a parry or a dodge? I couldn't tell.
刚刚 parry 成功了。
Look like a parry.
好，那其实我们看到现在 VP 和 HP 左边呢有一个金黄色的槽，这个槽呢其实是重装甲的一个能量计量槽。那在我们战斗中呢，其实重装甲是一个扭转战局的关键，所以我们可以抓准这个战斗中的关键时机，及时召唤这个重装甲来进行致命来
still recovering.
Yeah.
所以当它那个圈亮起来的时候，就可以召唤了。
对，现在金色的那个满的状态就是。
Yeah, now they're doing the good damage.
Yeah.
索罗索的海边阿毛，
他的攻击蛮痛的。
对，真的就伤害非常的大。然后我们
的队友
现在也不是很健康。
Grenades, oh, it's a good option.
好哦。
Oh, that was a hard hit.
没了，
算是成功了。
那一点，他没有回复血。
He's out of healing too. Now is
yeah, he's out of that healing type.
那现在面前啊，头上这个地方其实就重装甲在上面的一个地方。
There you go. Something got him HP back.
I think Ally's ability did that. Oh no, he pulled out his big mech to finish the job.
有机甲套机甲。
I am gunned up.
重装甲呢，其实它既有压倒性的火力，它既有机关枪，
Yes, now look at the damage.
那还有它强力的那个物理武器的这个刀刃。同时呢，它其实还有一个叫火力全开模式。
Oh, you got a time limit with your mech.
把我们身上的多重导弹全部打出。那这个重装甲呢，就是一个足以扭转战局的关键。那大家在如何在什么样的时间点使用呢？
Okay. The mech is the actual mech is the tide turner.
Yeah,
or limit break, if you will.
凉快不多的时候才邀请了这个重装甲出来，但实际上应该在多少的时候去邀请这个重装甲更合适呢？
And your big mech is also customizable.
比如说在危机的时刻可以召唤它来扭转战局，或者说觉得差不多想把它打到半血的时候召唤也是可以的。但是因为它的能量回复是需要一定的时间的，所以大家一定要把握这个使用的时机。
对，要一直注意自己的血条，因为其实刚刚看到龙先生操纵人，他包括一开始的时候，可能还是有那么一点点的，就是有点紧张，对不对？所以会有一点小小的失误。刚刚会觉得说，哎呦，好像命差点快要没有了。但是好在因为我们的重装甲是一直属于一个就是完全 ready 的状态，
对，
所以随时可以召唤出来。
So far, I'm liking this.
好，那接下来呢，我们将回到解放旅团的这个据点，
为大家继续
展示这个我们的这个据点的一个内容。
And your character does talk, and for us, use from some of the cutscenes, Ice, you'll like how the options.
其实我们是作为这个解放旅团的一个佣兵在这边进行
I can be a total dick.
Can be, you are.
那首先呢，这个眼前的这个冰装机甲就是刚刚我们使用的这个装备。
That's what made my playthrough of Outer Worlds so funny. It was just I just killed you if I didn't like you. This guy only worked in the dock. I didn't like him.
So I do have this game pre-ordered myself, and when it comes out, I will be playing it. I got the $100 deluxe edition reserved because for us, like this game, and I'm playing the original. I'm in love with it.
I'm liking what I'm seeing here. This definitely shot up on my must-get list.
那现在正面的这个区域呢，其实是我们解放旅团的小伙伴们他们的这个
and best thing
的一个展示的区域。那现在
all consoles
蓝色
crossplay，
我们可以不断的挑战自己已经打败过的这个大型敌人。那现在面前这位其实是我们解放旅团的老大渡鸦的这个装备，是不是非常帅气？嗨，じゃあ左手お願いします。那现在眼前这个蓝色的地方呢，绿色的地方呢，其实是一个武器的一个武器的一个库。然后这里呢，我们可以开发自己的武器，也可以购买新的武器。那蓝色这个地方呢，其实是我们可以捏造自己角色以及进行融合技能确认的地方。じゃあフュージョンの確認お願いいたします。那我们想给大家介绍一下，刚刚在游戏的游玩过程中展示出来的融合技能。
So this is your fusion system.
Yeah.
Those markings on you and those on your shoulders, they're not part of the character creator. They're part of what happens when you fuse too much. He took a more alien appearance.
刚刚在游戏中使用的这个，它可以分散火力，然后用来诱敌。
So you become much more powerful, but at the cost of your humanity, as they call it.
它其实有一个金光闪烁的画面，这个呢就是近战武器的
Oh, you know what they say,
攻
man.
击的技能。
To fight a monster, you must become a
靠着
monster.
自己身体的重量从高处落在地上，然后给敌人造成巨大的攻击。那这个呢，其实不仅是刀刃，那像所有的近战武器都是可以使用这个技能。所以我们实际上在游玩的时候呢，可以根据自己的战术风格匹配不同的这样的融合技能来进行一个战略的调整。
And from what I've seen, it's not one distinct design for your fusion. There's multiple forms for what I've seen. But I guess it depends on what you fuse into yourself.
那这里呢，是我们给大家展示我们提前预设好的一些内容。嗨，这样，我せっかくなので見せましょう。这个像谁呢？大家可以看一下，这个像谁呢？其实是现在我们在后台准备的这个电剑一郎先生的这个脸呢，我们努力的把这张脸再现在了游戏之中。嗨，じゃあヘビアンの方に行きましょうか。
还是很还原的，
是吗？很努力。
对。虽然因为发型不一样，但是其实脸真的很精致的。
是。那之前呢，其实我们也介绍过这个自定义机甲这个彩绘的地方。那这一次是一个重装甲彩绘的一个介绍。
No, I don't know if you can customize the weapons, but you can at least customize the color and everything else.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to do much in the way of customizing it because it's not the main focus.
Which is kind of sad, but I understand at the same time.
Yeah.
那最后呢，是给大家展示一个叫预览的画面。那在这里呢，其实我们可以把我们自己捏出来的这个冰装机甲进行一个提前的预览。那我们可以更换这个背景，同时呢，其实也可以改变它的姿势。那姿势其实有非常多种，同时我们还可以在调整这个姿势和预览的过程中呢，去来更换自己的武器。然后大家可以用这样的功能来拍照来尽情的这个上传在社交媒体，大家沟通和交流。
展现一下自己的一个拼装完的机甲的状态，
是不是很帅？这谁刚看到的？見せましょう。其实我们还准备了一个小小的惊喜，对，我们准备了一个小小的惊喜啊。本作呢，其实各个装甲部位都是可以不显示的。那我们刚刚捏了制作人的脸，现在呢把这个头不显示了，我们就展示出了一个制作人穿着这个机甲跳起来的一个状态，就来满足一下，就是他其实非常想要亲自穿着试试看，所以我们就要满足一下这个心愿。那现在他虽然不在这个
在游戏里面满足他，
对，在游戏里满足他一下的心愿。
但其实我真的。
All right, let's see. Let's go for the heavy armor. So we'll just wait for Ice to get back. We'll give it just a moment. So I hope you're enjoying. Like I said, we're just going to discuss this. We may play some Code Vein, if not, maybe next time. But primarily, this is just to go over some bits and pieces of Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion, maybe a few other videos if we get to it, but because we also went over a bit of Neo 3 with Ice previously on his channel. Maybe try and go over the Code Vein 2 video because that was looking awesome. See if anything else got dropped for it. It's both games released for 2026, and I can't wait for either one, really. But actually, let me see if I can get the Code Vein video ready. Oh, they put out another video. Okay, well, maybe check that out. Cricket batting average is 99.94. I do not understand that because I don't play cricket. I don't understand cricket. Never played cricket. Never been to a cricket game. Only ever saw it on a movie or a TV show. So, thanks for the random trivia, Frosty Tools. So, let's see what I get back. Now, we have heavy armor. Let's see what else other trailer we can get. Kind of basics. There it is. There's the other trailer I wanted to show. Ice. Alright. So we got heavy armor, combat, and then the fusion, which I want to show Ice because it has more of the differences of how you can be transformed. Okay. All right. So we got one. Like I said, part of it is just that. Let's go back a second. I can pull this up from. Let's check out another one just for the hell of it. We're waiting for ice.
Just light, medium, and heavy.
Yep. Because the bike looks just easy to use, transformable. It is definitely going to be something fun to mess around with. And this is only like one of at least 3 vehicles I've seen released in the game. One is a horse and one is the actual like Humvee that fits you and your mechs. Well, not your mechs, your armored unit, your arsenal, that's what they call it. So,
alright, I'm back, Soul.
Welcome back. Just talking a little bit about the video that we just saw. So if you keep watching, I'll talk about the bike, because that's one of the 3 vehicles I can confirm that they said is in the game. Like I said, it's the bike, a horse, and like a Humvee that you and your friends can ride in.
Oh, nice.
But next one we're going to go over is the heavy armor gameplay. It's a teaser from the PS5 trailers.
High-powered weaponry.
Basically, your mech.
Yeah.
And how you fit inside that with your suit already on, I have no idea.
It's robust.
Oh wait, I think it is custom. I think the weapons are customizable because look, he's got 2 swords on that one.
Oh, he sure does.
So I think there is.
Wow.
I think it might be limited, but I think there is some customization because he's got another sword on his back right here. Looks like it might be a 2-hander.
Yeah.
And some sort of cannon or maybe a shield on this one. So there is some customization. So I'll take what I can get. And this one doesn't seem to, oh yeah, there's a long sword in his other hand.
Yeah. Use the right moment to annihilate your enemies. Yeah, love them. Quality Buster rifles.
So yeah, there is some customization to your giant mech, so that's always a good thing.
Oh yeah, always a good thing.
Now this one, okay, close combat in general. Combat basics. Equip your armor suit, nose and arsenal, and sword into combat.
Six weapons.
Alright, so let's read here. So we got the side weapon, your left weapon, auxiliary, right weapon, side weapon 2, and your shoulder weapon. So side weapons are kind of like your secondary weapon. You can switch to them to use instead of your main weapon. Shoulder weapons are like your rockets, your homing missiles, and maybe a few other things. Auxiliary is like your grenades or a few other different things they can do. They'll show you in just a moment if I remember this video.
Yeah.
And yes, you get a high-tech bow to really hit the weak points.
Well, of course. Every futuristic game has a high-tech bow.
All right.
Railgun.
No, did you see that with the railgun?
Mm-hmm.
You slid back and sparks at your feet.
Yeah.
I think that was a nice attention to details. And as you're scanning,
Harder exterior, soft exterior. Or damage from laser weapons.
see, my only concern there, if you notice, and it might be because the way that they're showing it and what the type of what you're using, it looked like the laser weapons are overall better if you watch the damage output. Like, watch that a second.
Yeah, it's 14 there. All right, so right here, 10, 11, 13, 13, 14, 13.
So even against something they're not weak against, I'll show it one more time just so it shows the whole thing. So there's the exterior and the organic exterior is how I like to put it. 5, 6, 4, 5.
14.
And you get double digits no matter what with the laser weapon. I'm hoping that's because of the weapons that they're using. But it just feels like overall, even if there's a slight edge, it feels like laser weapons are overall better.
Generally, that's normally how it works. I'll beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Damn right. Or I'll just break its rocky face out so I can shoot his brain.
Yeah. Herp as weapons.
Like, that's the one that really sold it for me, was grabbing that deer's antler
and just using it.
Smack. A nice chunky 246.
Oh yeah.
Like, no lie, that's the one that sold it for me on this.
I like mechanized games anyway, so.
Well, I like the idea of how they're trying to build their open world.
Yeah.
And this is about the fusion system we were showing earlier.
Mm-hmm. Might shell.
I think there might be 3 forms depending upon which one you use more. Maybe there's a lot more depending on how you mix it. I've got no idea.
Yeah. The body will mutate.
And you go back to be human, but you lose it. But this is... Here it is, like... Tell me that doesn't look alien.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a far difference when you follow just the slight cosmetic looks in the other video. The Mirage system.
Yep. Nice.
Like, there's some nice shit going on here. Like I said, let's just say it. Like, that's one for it. That looks like you're just putting like an exoskeleton for armor.
Yeah.
Then we got this thing, which looks like you're trying to be like a crab predator-like creature.
Giant crab battles.
And abandon your humanity and gain power. Okay. I just don't know how to describe this thing. Like, he has no torso.
That thing is built just for speed. I am speed.
But it's very just a nice something different. Like, yeah, here are all your abilities. But if you want to look human, yeah, you good luck on that one. But let's see.
I'm sure there's going to be a trophy for beating the game without using fusion and beating it with fusion.
I'm probably going to go for the non-fusion first.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to see something here. Where was it? Okay, here we go. Auto dodge, a support skill that would activate readies evasive measures and automatically dodges enemy attacks. Maintaining the state consumes stamina and femto, so timing with incoming attacks is for the utmost importance. That's level 1. And just for another, this is called hacking, allows you to take control of certain machinery. Grants the ability to temporarily control mechanical weapons or to stop and disengage devices blocking your progression. So far, even just really 2 different abilities just right there, how different they can be. And Mirage is the one where you make like a red clone of yourself and that attacks as well. Like this one was in the main game, it's kind of like your main power for your character. You make like a clone of yourself to help you in combat. But I'm curious. I really am curious if there's like more forms than just the 3 that we've seen so far. Because, like I said, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
And the skills are giving you. This is where it's really going to be fun. It has the Mirage system that I really love.
Yeah.
And these are just like the passives, of course. Which...
Yeah.
Stamina and Femto was going to be probably my 2 main, because I would be trying to get the hell out of the way. But this is a nice combo.
Oh, yeah.
And the nice thing... Rip and tear. A great sword, chainsaw sword.
Oh, yeah. Remember my Warhammer days.
Not even sure what that one was.
And that one's just straight speed. It's like a power up. Well, it's a knockback.
Ah. And this was just like, I'm just gonna come over and poke you really, really fast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was just me going over the video. Let's see. Is there anything else? Any other video we can go over real quick? What else's video? We went over the Reclaimers. Fusions. Ah. Yeah. Probably stuff we've already seen, but from different aspects. Yeah, this is all the short videos. Okay. This is all one thing. I could just go for that one. But this is the Switch gameplay, which looks just as nice for the Switch 2. This looks just as nice in my opinion, so we're not losing anything keeping it simple. Which also means you don't need some high-end PC to play it like Cyberpunk or something like that. Which is also a good thing, because it'll save on just tons of stuff there. That's all the basic videos that are out for it right now. But I did notice, while you're away, I was looking up stuff for... There was another video released for Code Vein 2, development overview trailer.
Ooh.
So I thought we'd go over that while we were waiting for it.
Alright.
コードウェイン2プロデューサーの飯塚です。本作は2019年に発売されたコードウェインのシリーズ完全新作になります。
Wow, that was 2019? That feels like forever ago.
崩壊した近未来の世界で生きる吸血鬼たちが滅びの運命に抗うドラマティックなストーリー展開と手に汗握るチャレンジングな探索アクションが魅力のシリーズです。前作以上に進化したゲーム体験をお楽しみいただけます。
I'm actually looking forward to this too.
So am I. This in Neo 3.
のシステムも登場します。
Yeah.
ぜひご期待ください。舞台は人間と吸血鬼が共存している未来の世界になります。そこでは様々な物質を異形に変えてしまう輪廻と呼ばれる変質現象と
My only question before we continue on is, are they trying to disavow the ending, the true, what's considered the true ending and the one plot in Code Vein 1? Or is this going to have repercussions if they ever make another God Eater game?
It might be they're going to make another God Eater. Because they're both in the same universe.
That's what I'm saying. If they disavow the ending and at one point in Code Vein, but then if they do connect it, you being have time traveling, that's going to have repercussions in both worlds. Or the one world. So that's really where my curiosity is.
Yeah.
The lunar rapaces is causing revenants to turn into horrors, both these things seemingly leading to the destruction of the world. Well, yeah, if you have a bunch of freaking horrors going around, yeah, that'd be a bad thing.
吸血鬼たちの自我を奪い、化け物へと変えてしまう渇望の月の存在で、世界は滅びの一途をたどっていました。主人公は化け物に対抗する力を持つ吸血鬼ハンターでしたが、任務中に命を落としてしまいます。そんな主人公に自らの心臓を分けて蘇生させたのが吸血鬼の少女ルーです。彼女の持つ時間を移動する特別な力を借りて、100年前の世界へ旅立ち、滅びゆく世界を救うための戦いに身を投じることになります。ルーの他にも過去と現代の世界では様々な吸血鬼たちとの出会いが待っています。時間を超えて展開するドラマティックなストーリーにぜひご期待ください。本作はプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS、Steam にて2026年に発売予定です。今後の続報をお待ちください。
Yeah, both this and Neo 3 are set to release next year. What I think
Neo 3, I knew was next year.
I think Neo 1 and Neo 3 both were in February. I know Neo 3 was. Or Neo 2. I don't remember Neo 1. Give me just 1 second. Now I'm curious. Yeah, Neo 1 was released in February as well, February 7th in 2017. Neo 2... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Neo 2 was March. My bad. No, it was February as well. I guess it just felt like it. Oh, the complete edition was released on Steam on February 5th. With all the DLC and everything. That's what I'm thinking February for.
Ah.
Because I think that was the update and everything for the whole shebang put together. I think that's why I'm thinking February for that one. But both games have been early in their years, respective years. So we always hope for that. And one more time, just because I love this video. Because I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I did not think Code Vein was not my first thought.
It wasn't mine either until he did the special move.
Yeah, the art style is definitely not what I first thought of for Code Vein. I thought it was like some sort of like new Souls-like game.
Really cued me in.
Yeah, the claw was definitely cued you in. Yeah, the mask and the claw.
Yeah.
For our world.
But up until then, when we were like this, I thought it was like some sort of like gothic horror, and the main part was like to do with candles and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because if you look inside of him, it was that same like glowish color that the character has on his face and back.
Yeah.
Time.
And then there's this thing with more candles.
Yeah, because Code Vein didn't really have creatures looking like that. They just look more monstrous.
For others,
you know who that looks like? The lady in the picture? Maria from Castlevania.
Yeah, you actually got a point there.
With the pendant, the blonde hair, the noble like dress. It makes me think of a young Maria from Castlevania. And you're in a castle. So I almost thought for a moment that was Castlevania.
Yeah.
If I hadn't seen the face mask and the claw.
it wounds. And for our world, it promises only oblivion.
And this is some bizarre shit that would never make me think Code Vein either.
Our hopes lost long ago.
Oblivion.
But you have the power to change all of this. If time were a weapon to wield, could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time, or maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
You get a shield.
Twin swords, ice attack. Nice cool bike.
Bike would have me.
Because I'm not gonna lie, let's go back there for a minute. Now we can see the whole thing.
If time were a weapon to wield.
Go back into combat. Like, this portal thing was just like... I don't even... Like, there's the moon, I'm assuming, in the middle there. I don't know if this is like opening console, like the 4 pillars, energy shooting out. Like, I got no idea on that.
Yeah.
But if you go back... Right there, there's a weapon I recognize from Code Vein right there. One of the long swords. Some of these creatures look familiar from Code Vein. There's the tower thing. Yeah, those are like 4 towers. There's the moon again. Or some sort of energy trapped in between it. But yeah, inside here definitely looks Code Vein-ish. That I can agree.
Or maybe the next.
I'll say it. Yeah.
You'll find how to save us all.
Like, the thing that threw me off was like he's wielding a regular weapon, like an actual katana. It's not like a Code Vein.
Like the one that was in Code Vein.
Yeah.
Because remember, you get the katana in Code Vein, but it's got like that red extra part kind of hanging off of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a straight katana.
There's that shield, still the katana. And the combat really makes me feel Devil May Cry. Like, this is going some... Like, the monsters...
I think this is how big are the maps. Because you got a bike, which usually you only get that type of stuff when the map is big.
My question is, does this have multiplayer?
The first one did, so I'm going to say yes on this one. Because that would be a step backwards to have multiplayer.
Yeah, that's my concern with it, yeah. But the monsters definitely look like they're from Code Vein. I could see some of these being mutations.
Yeah.
That's that right there with that sword caused that ice effect when he swung it. That, like I said, that is some Devil May Cry shit right there. And
Virgil.
if you're pulling shit like that in co-op, sweet damn.
Oh, trust me. Wait till the videos start coming out. Like I've been seeing people's videos of certain games already. I definitely can see it with this too.
And the wings, Jesus.
Yeah, that was new. You didn't have that in the other one.
No, my favorite one was the one where you send the thing down to the ground and it shoots up like a spray of swords. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Because you had the claw, the
cloak,
the trench coat with the tail-like thing, which was my second favorite.
Yep.
The hound sleeves, and like the cloak with the sword eruption thing. That was awesome.
Up from the ground. Yeah.
That one was my favorite. That and the cloak with the tail were my two favorites. But this is some Dracula shit, baby. And then watch what happens to like the cloth there. It just melts away, turns into that.
Yeah. And then comes back.
Yeah. And this, like, this really doesn't look like this looks more like a bike for like you would show off to friends and not actually ride. So I'm wondering if he's manifesting this or this is actually something someone made. Because after those wings, I can see him manifesting a bike. But my question is, what the hell is this thing back here? Because you know that's going to play some important role.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the way this looks, because when you listen to it, they've whatever their task is, they have failed it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hence why they're able to keep rewinding time to keep trying to fix it. So I'm thinking like the maps are going to be huge for the simple fact you give us a mode of transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the first one, you just had teleports that you would just teleport to. But the maps weren't huge besides that one, the Colosseum.
And now we just saw the other video.
The wolf chick.
You died, and we know that the only way for a Revenant to die is for their heart to be destroyed from the first game.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and we also know that you were saved by her giving you half her heart.
He's not a Revenant.
Yes, he is. That was confirmed.
It was confirmed because remember, Revenants wear that mask.
Yeah, but this is also after the first game when the Queen and everything was done. So this may be after that point. But it was confirmed you are a Revenant.
Hmm.
But I'm assuming the part of her heart they gave you is what's attached to your back. Right here.
Yeah.
Because on her...
You have the power to change all of this.
You can see she's missing half the heart there.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole open section there. Because the other proof that he's a Revenant is that he can even use the claw weapon and have his mask appear to use it with.
True. Yeah, he does. Yeah, you're right. He does use the same stuff.
For a weapon to wield. Could you undo the sins of ruin? In this time.
Because I'm kind of curious if she might just be an evolved Io from the first game. Like a doll set out for a specific task.
Yeah.
Or maybe the next. You'll find how to save us all.
Because that creature doesn't look too out of context for Code Vein.
Alright, so she helps you in combat. So she's gonna be a permanent companion.
Yep.
Oh, the weapon split into two!
Yep. I just saw that.
Yeah. Right there.
A second. Oh, wrong button. Let's try half speed. Yep. Because No, he had it in his hand the whole time. If you watch again. At least I think he did.
Yeah, he did. When he rolled, he already had it.
No, what it is, what it was, I think it's because he went reverse grip of both of them. That was what the flash was, him going reverse with it.
That was to do the ability, but I was saying he already had the weapons in his hand.
Yeah.
The moment he went for the roll.
Yep, because they're just right there.
Yep, and if you look, it's not a katana. It's like a long sword.
Yeah.
So, okay, so definitely more different weapons. But he did flip that one, though.
That's what I was saying. Because if you look back, 1 second.
Because the other one was already reversed.
No, see.
That one wasn't.
No, see, that's facing forward, too.
Oh, no, you're right, they are. So as soon as that activated, they both went back.
The flash was him going reverse grip when he brought it back up and swing that for the ice attack.
Yeah.
And that's the big ass old hammer.
But I like how it slams into the ground and actually does a shockwave.
Mm-hmm. And there's another companion. We don't know who that is.
Yep.
But he's dual wielding too, because you can see the
You can see the blades in both hands.
Yeah, you see the blade there, and he's got his katana again. Which I'm glad they're giving us dual wielding, because that's what it felt like that was missing from Code Vein 1.
Yeah, because you only had what? You had the sword, the katana, the axes, the maul, well, the great pillar, the gun, and I think a spear.
Yeah, the halberds. And that was really it.
Yeah, halberds. Thank you. Yeah, you were limited on the different types of weapons. You just had a bunch that were in the same category.
I mean, they did kind of make up with that with giving you the special abilities and clothes that could attack with you. So in a sense, they kind of made up with it, but it still would have been nice to have a dual weapon.
Yeah.
Like, and they're really going in with the gears and the clockwork theme here with these. Because look at that weapon.
Well, remember, this whole game is about rewinding time. If you could rewind time and use it as a weapon. So that makes sense that a lot of the enemies are like clockwork gear based.
But you know what they're really making me think of? I think they might be leaning into it. Especially with the more mutated ones. A mix of horrors and the gods from God Eaters. The origami or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to fight the lion in Code Vein 1 because I'm like, oh, you just showed him. I want to fight him now. Like, I want to fight it.
Because this could lead one of two ways so far, just from what I've seen. One way is that this is an alternate timeline, and when you go back, you set up the original timeline, which is still shit, but it's a lot better than what might actually have happened. So,
yeah, because whatever the current timeline is happening right now, nobody wants it. Nobody wants this timeline.
So when you go back in time, you may be preserving more human lives and set up the Code Vein God Eater world that's slightly better than what you have right now in this world.
Yeah.
Or something else that they maybe try to make both worlds better. But they do have if they don't address it in this game, that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Because
yes, it is.
They already opened Pandora's box with that. And I mean, it's not like they can say, oh, because it was just the ending and then they can just screw around with it. Because you just opened the blood portal. You literally showed a monster from God Eater, came in through the barrier and started chomping on everyone.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to explain something. Because I don't know what they're going to do to explain it, because that is just beyond me what they can possibly do with it.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything else for Code Vein. The Ooh, Motorcycle Forum, Producer Diary. Let's take a look.
コードメン2はバディと共に挑むやりごたえのある探索アクションと魅力的なキャラクターたちが織りなすドラマティックなストーリーを楽しめるドラマティック探索アクション RPG です。ダンジョンやエリアを攻略しながらストーリーを進めていくのは前作同様ですが、本作ではダンジョンの間の移動や周辺の地域も探索できるようになっています。
Explore the surrounding areas as well.
Okay, so there's something he
移動
manifests.
手段として用意しているのがこちらのバイクです。このバイクは実は術式の一つで、ダンジョン以外の場所ではいつでも召喚して乗ることができます。バディが同行している場合はバディも一緒に乗りますので、2人で探索している体験をより感じられると思います。まず今作の舞台が崩壊した近未来の世界であること、そしてそこで
Near
登場す
future?
る吸血鬼ハンターのイメージに合うもので、さらにスピーディーかつバディと一緒に旅をする感覚をより味わえるというところからバイクがいいのではないかと思いチョイスしました。でそして何よりデザイナーがバイクが好きだったっていうのも一番大きいです、ワクワクすると同時にすごくチャレンジングだなと思いました。この現実の世界の中にどのような形で出てくるのか非常に楽しみでした。見た時は感心しました。やっぱり迫力がありますね。シルエットもすごくかっこよかったです。クラシカルな一面もありつつ、全体としては近未来的なシルエットに仕上げるための重要なパーツだなと思ってます。で本来ならば全て金色のパーツで、構成されるんですけど、黒やシルバーも織り交ぜることによってより実体としての存在感が増していると思います。
Hey, you're not wrong. That thing does have references about it.
の装飾とフラットな組み合わせはクラシック感に通じるところがあって、この吸血鬼というゴシックでクラシカルなモチーフのイメージともマッチしていて非常にかっこいいなと。
Oh, we got a front picture of that guy now.
いろいろ探索できる環境がありますが、
Yeah.
やはりハイウェイですね。
Team 4 wasn't sure that was the same person too, so good to know that's confirmed.
気持ちいいかなと思います。現実世界だとやっぱり広大な山脈が見えるアルプスとかが気持ちよさそうですね。あとは吸血鬼の伝承があるルーマニアとかも行ってみたいなと思います。こちらのバイクはサンディエゴコミコン、パックスウエスト、ニューヨークコミコンなどいろんなイベントに登場してくるのでぜひ見に来てください。
Nice.
All right, let's see if there's anything else. That's the announcement trailer. Code of Vein producer message. 1 month ago. Different, we all know about that. Hands-off preview. Let's take a look.
This again.
Walking into this Summer Game Fest meeting,
No, it's just someone else going over it. Okay, we already did that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check one other thing. If not, we'll call it a day there. But let's see if there's anything new for Neo 3.
All right.
That's what trailer, gameplay impressions. Oh, 8 minutes gameplay from China Joy. Let's take a look.
It looks like a thing we've already seen. Oh, we played the demo.
True, but let's take a look inside. We'll still give a few pointers to what we experienced from it. Because I know we did it on your channel, we never did it on mine.
Well, yeah, I played it on mine.
So did I. That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I will say this, the one thing Neo 3 got right was they expanded the map, but they didn't make it so big for that level that you needed a horse or a bike or something like that. They found just the right size for exploration and stuck with it. Because if they didn't, and you were just stuck with just either your standard build, because they're trying to give you a reason to use your stealth ninja and your samurai in a sense, and part of that is level design. Because if you're going to be able to sneak around as a ninja, then your build is going to be different than if you're going to run around as a samurai. And I like they tried to give you elements where you're going to switch between the two. Like my ninja will be a swift, high crit, backstabbing monster. My samurai is going to be my tank. And I'm knocking everything over off my desk.
就是这次最佳的一个地狱这个地图。
まあここがまず最初の目的地になるんですけど、いろいろ見渡すと、妖怪が。
Oh, there is one thing I did want to go with you that I remember.
目的地。
I'll pull it up while this video is playing.
とか見えてきたり、この辺りはどこを自由に探索しても、どういう順番で攻略していってもいいので、その探索を楽しむことができます。
这里其实就是玩家会最先接触到的一个地区。那我们可以看到，在地图上也有不同的，比如说像敌人妖怪徘徊啦，或者是可以看到很多其他值得探索的地方。那可以依据玩家自己的想法来决定探索的顺序，或者是想要去哪里进行挑战。
はい。で社で拝むの大
Yeah, so far this is just the same thing that we've played.
Yeah. 我们在这里先参拜一下。
Which is only 7 minutes. I'll let it play out.
まずですね、戦闘スタイル、今戦ってる侍で。
But that's the Red Samurai flare. Switching is.
I
will say this: the switching between the two forms is that smooth and fast. Like it is phenomenal how well they fine-tuned that.
Yeah, it
那我
is.
们一开始的这个战斗风格刚刚是武士，那现在已经切换成了忍者的这样一个战斗风格。
まず侍で戦います。
那我们就先用武士来战斗看看吧。
はい。まあ侍は従来の2王シリーズの通りの力強い侍の侍らしい戦い方できるんですけど、今回ガードでさばきっていう新しいアクションが加わってます。
那武士呢，基本上就是维持了一个人王系列传统的这样的一个类似跟武士一样，非常强烈一个战斗风格，但是我们也追加了一些新的要素。
あ、やられた危ない。通常だとガードだと気力が削られるんですけど、さばきが成功すると敵の攻撃を弾くことができます。
Yeah, he's getting his ass handed to him.
They're probably trying to showcase everything.
Yeah. Probably trying to show off the enemy.
Yeah.
I love taking their heads off.
Oh yeah.
Don't stop swinging till he's near speed.
可以让战绩变得更加强大。
次は忍者でプレイしてみます。
那我们接下来切换成忍者。
で忍者は見つかってしまった。忍者は素早い動きが特徴で機動力を使って戦っていくことができます。
那忍者的特征呢，就是他的高速的一个动作。
Kaiju really feels like it was made for the ninja class, which it technically was. So.
Yeah.
で霞といってこの攻撃した瞬間に。
No, I love that the dodge after the attack where you leave him behind a quick clone to fool the enemy.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch to add to ninja and make it separate from the samurai.
I have to agree with that.
那忍者呢，可以透过霞这个动作，在对方攻击的瞬间，进行闪躲。
であとですね、忍術が使えて、遠くからでもこうやって遠隔的に攻撃することができます。
And I love how they made it so that your ninjutsu over here comes back as you attack the enemy. That was another nice design change. Because otherwise
you'd
you'd
do something if it was going to be your main thing.
Yeah, they had to change it up somehow, and that was a good decision. Because it also rewards you for being aggressive.
侍はガードが強かったんですけど、忍者は回避が強いんですね。なのでジャストで回避をすると、失敗した。ジャストで回避をすると素早く避けることができるんですけど、すいません。
Plus, if you think about it, it gives them something else to add in for the stats on the weapons and armor to help fill up that bar faster when you attack. So it's something else to consider when you're making your build.
失敗してます。
那跟刚才的那个武士，他有格挡这样的一个算精准格挡的动作相比呢，忍者他。
Let's fast forward a little bit.
Did you find the other one you were looking for?
Yeah, I am going. It's not a video, but it's something I wanted to show you.
那这次人王
3
呢也加入了系列以来没有的
bring that over real quick.
所以也可以有非常
All right.
有立体性的这样的一个探索。
はい。じゃあちょっと今からあそこに徘徊してる強敵に挑んでみます。
那我们现在就来挑战看看，在这边徘徊的看起来很强大的这个只妖怪吧。
I'm going to pause that for a moment. Now then, let me see if I can do this right, because Give me 1 second, everybody. Just gotta do a quick sub because I knew that was gonna be a pain in the ass.
Sure.
Oh, that's why, because I was using the wrong one. Okay. I would explain it. Oh, wrong one. Never goes the way I want it to. There we go. Okay, this should be it. Okay, yeah, this is it. Let me also change it over in here. Because we had the feedback from the demo that I wanted to go over. Because this was actually kind of something I wanted to ask what your opinion was on it.
Okay.
So, how would you rate your overall experience with Neo 3 demo? It was a 90% positive, with only 2.7% negative.
Jeez.
I think that says a lot for how well a lot of people like this game.
Yeah.
What was your experience with it?
I mean, mine was, for the most part, pretty between positive and average. Like, average because it was what I was expecting. Positive, in fact, that I do like some of the changes they made. There's some things I don't like that they did. But
Well, that's where the changes come up later.
Limited. Yeah, it's limited in what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to really wait till I'm able to dive into it and see if it could be changed. Because the one thing I didn't like with Ninja and Samurai was Ninja at the moment when you use up your ki, you're just out. It has to build up naturally.
Mm-hmm.
You can't key pulse like you can with Samurai. So that was one of the things I didn't like about the game, but I'm pretty sure that's just because, like I said, this is just the early portion. Like, hey, try it out, see what you think.
Yeah, this was an alpha demo, so that's really not like bare bones, but it's the start.
Yeah.
My biggest thing, and this is what it felt like to me, was like Samurai really felt stamina heavy, especially with that Odachi.
Yes. Like it just chunks stamina.
And I get that can be offset with builds and everything like that, but it's going to make some people feel like they're pushed away from the Odachi at the start of the game. And I don't...
Yeah.
But the Odachi is supposed to... And I don't know if the damage it was putting out was worth that trade-off. So... It's a question there of what the balance was, but let's move on to the next one. How would you rate the difficulty of Neo 3 Alpha Demo? Just right, easy, or difficult?
I'd actually say it was just right.
Based upon how I played Neo in the other previous games, I'm gonna go with just right to difficult. Just because it's a new system, we're still learning it, and the more of an open area really throws you off a bit. Because before, if you cleared everything in that path, you knew everything was gone. With the more of an open area, you can be attacked from anywhere. So it kind of opens up. You can be more ambushed. You have to be more alert with your surroundings. So it does offer a bit more of a challenge because they can throw more at you from that angle.
Yeah.
Because not only that, like, it's more open area, and things can be up higher on cliffs that you can't get to. It's not just a pathway. So it's definitely but majority I would say just right.
Yeah.
How would you rate the graphics of Neo 3? I say positive. Like positive because it's on par with the updated Neo 2. And I don't need to see the characters' nose hairs to enjoy this game.
No, the graphics, like, I'm not too much caring for the graphics, far as, like, you know, like, does the game play well? Like, if the game plays well, I can forego graphics.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just saying, like,
fine.
This is just...
I didn't have any, like, issues. Like, this stuff like all that stuff goes into it. Because graphics, you think you can have a graphically good game, but then the graphics are bogging down everything about the game.
But
this did not do that. Like, the graphics felt just right. Like, hey, guys, you did a little bit of a enhancement from Neo 1 to 2. You're doing a little bit of enhancement from 2 to 3. this is just fine.
But you're not bogging down the PCU to do it. You're making tiny adjustments. Maybe some of them are actually helping it in some ways. I don't know, understand programming in a whole. So, but regardless, even on the PS5, this was what the alpha demo was on. It was on the PS5. I should also note that. And it ran smooth. It ran beautifully, and it was not bogged down like Em said. Now, when you get to PCs, you also have the issue of what the PC is actually running, which can bog down if you don't have the right settings also. So we'll have to see later on down the road how that contributes into everything.
Yeah.
Would you rate the music and sound effects of Neo 3? For the most part, a lot of people enjoyed it. Some people thought it was average, and almost nobody didn't like it. And I got to agree with them on this one. Because the sound effects were nice. You could hear the swooshing of the kusuragi, the swords, the clanging of the metal was on solid point from the previous series. Like, there's nothing that I felt needed improvement.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
And as for the music, it really was a nice soundtrack. Like, it felt to the point like Neo, and that's what it had to sound like. Like, if it sounded like anything else, it would have pulled you out of it. Did you enjoy Samurai Style? Now, for the most part, 80% was positive, 13 average, and 6% didn't like it. Thought it was negative. Now, the Samurai had the katana, the odachi, and I think one other weapon I don't remember. I think the spear, I want to say. If I remember right.
Yeah.
And
my only problem with the Samurai Style was the fact that it was very stamina heavy. That's about my only complaint.
You also made focus on the odachi, which I said was like a stamina killer. The katana did eat stamina a little bit, but not as much. I think in order to compensate, they got to boost the damage just a tiny bit to really make that worth it. But overall, with the extra defense the Samurai gave you, I felt like that was really what you're supposed to go charging head first in the battle with. So, on regards to defensive wise with the Samurai, I would think that that's where they want to be. So, I would say average for me. Ninja is where I had a ton of fun. Because it was fast-paced, dodging, and twin swords for me.
Ninja was fun. Ninja, I'd say, is a positive for me. If I had to pick a negative, it's just not being able to get ki back. But other than that, I enjoyed Ninja for what it was.
Yeah, like I said, with Ninja being the less of the stamina hogging, you could get in, do more attacks, and pull back. It felt like it was doing a lot more damage than Samurai was, in my opinion. I could be wrong on that with the actual numbers, but as a player, that's how I felt about it. Did you enjoy the differences and switching between Samurai and Ninja? Like I said, they had that on point. That was buttery smooth, even for just an alpha demo. Because when we were going back and watching the video that one time on your channel, we almost missed when he swapped.
Yeah, we did. Like, we missed it the first time.
I mean, in one hand, the Samurai and Ninja are both going to be go in, do damage, and either parry or get out of the way. So the root game mechanics between the two are the same. How you do that is going to differ greatly between the two, because Ninja had ninjutsu and the after image dodge. Samurai played like the traditional Neo, and they tried to make it simple differences, but impactful differences. So, I'm going to have to say positive for me. Now, we didn't get too many spirit skills to play around with, but like the only two I remember was like the back kick and the flip, or the only two that I really remember. So, average for me because I barely remember them. Living Artifact. Now, that was a nice little changer because you could have two forms with you at all times. Your samurai form and your ninja form. And both felt really powerful. And their weapons changed with what weapon you had out as well. So that was another nice little change I felt was nice.
That was a nice little change. I still miss Living Weapon, but I can let it go.
Well, this almost feels like a combination of Living Weapon and your Oni form slapped together. Because if you had twin swords, your artifact gave you the twin swords. If you had the Odachi, it gave you the Odachi or spear, whatever weapon you're using, that's what it transformed you with. And you had a ninja form and a samurai form with the two. So I appreciate that. Impressions of the stages in Neo 3. I loved them. I thought this was like I said, the perfect amount of open field, but not so large you needed a mouth to get around everywhere. Because if they went much bigger, they were going to need a mount of some kind. I'm not sure how they would have included that in the combat. And expedition mode, other than being able to explore like a little room so you walk around and show off your character, it wasn't that much different than Neo 1, or Neo 2. So positive all around because you can't fix what's not broken, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Tutorials feel comprehensive enough. Majority of them thought it was. But here's the kicker. I don't know if it's because me and Ice have played previous Neo games, or it was just that comprehensible. It's kind of a tough call on that one. Because it has to be comprehensive that new people coming into this that want to take a look have to be able to understand it. But if you overdo it, you're going to annoy all the people that are coming back from Neo 1 and Neo 2. So that's hard for me to give an answer to. I thought it was fine. But again, that's me coming in from playing Neo 1 and 2.
Yeah, that one I have no comment on because like you just said, I played Neo 1, I played Neo 2, I've played Wulong Fallen Dynasty, which that's the game they made. So I already have extensive knowledge of how to play their game.
Because I'll say this one, Neo 2 had the best starting intro, to my opinion, because it let you see all the weapons you could possibly pick them up, and play around with them before progressing on, see which one you really like to play with. And I know some people would prefer to actually play along with the story, but being able to experiment and test at the start of the game works better for me. So we'll have to see how well it goes with it. Were the menus and screens easy to navigate? Again, I repeat, coming in from Neo 1 and Neo 2 and other Soulsborne games, I thought they were fine. They did what they were supposed to, and I found what I was looking for. Someone someone coming in from other games may not find that as easily accessible. And that's going to be either you're going to have to adapt or they're going to have to try something new. And unfortunately, it feels well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. That's going to have to be on the person coming in to adapt to it. Because, again, to me, it's not broken, so you don't have to fix anything. Okay, so here are all overall adjustment plans. Improve controls in response to high demand from players. Improve problem areas and control responsiveness. I didn't feel any of that, but maybe once or twice, but not as much as I thought as many people would have. But nice to know that even the little things are being touched up on. Make controls more customizable by adding options. That is always a good thing. That's something I will never turn down. Just gimmicks and enemies that were unreasonably difficult. I never felt they were unreasonable, but that's just me enjoying difficult games in this genre.
Alonso, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Add improved tutorial visibility. Yeah, I thought I saw them just fine. Various actions, balance, and performance. Quite a background graphics. Visibility, balance of stages in the open field make exploration elements easier to understand and more well balanced. See, these balances,
All right. Hey, Soul, I gotta go. I have
No
company
problem.
over, so I gotta go.
No
All right,
problem.
See you, man.
See ya.
Thank you for the show. See you.
Thanks for being here. But everything felt fine to me. Quality of multiplayer mode, always needs touch up because you're always going to be going through F1 for that. Make it easier to perform martial arts that require the use of control stick. Add an option to perform those arts using buttons. Yeah, that one was always just kind of confusing to me because you're trying to move with the control stick and you need to use that in order to attack as well. It's not a fighter game like that one, so. Prior to martial arts, rather than grappling with players, press triangle. Make the motion for using elixirs faster. I'm not gonna say no to that, but I didn't feel it was that slow. But I always play with people, so maybe they're trying to do that for the people to play by themselves. Using martial arts while using a living weapon or a living artifact, not a bad idea. I didn't even notice that one, to be honest with you. Easier for gesture menu, yeah, that one I can agree with. Change the method of differing styles and shift bursts. Should recovery time for burst break. That would be a huge thing because sometimes you got more than one enemy coming after you with using that red burst attack. Summoning seals while moving and improve visibility. Yeah, some of the visibility was not the greatest with that. But yeah, a majority of this is just all slight improvements here and there. So, thanks for joining me, everyone. I will see you next time. I hope you have a good day, and go stomp a city.